Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on 13 Now. My name is Tessa Bentulin. It's just after 2 o'clock here on Wednesday, May 17th. Again, we're back out in Schoharie County for the Schoharie Limo crash. As you know, Naaman Hussein is the owner of that limo company, is being charged for criminal negligent homicide as well as manslaughter, 20 counts on each part. 20 people died in 2018 after that limo crash in the Schoharie area. I want to bring in Sabrina Dami here, who is joined also by Mark Maholland. We've been covering this extensively since this trial started last Monday. So tell us what's happening right now. I know there's a lot of anticipation as the jury is making their final decisions.
Yeah, Tessa, sorry, we apologize. A really loud tractor is just going by here.
Evidence that this is a farming community,
exactly.
Right? You see tractors on Main Street fairly often.
But yes, just to give you an update, we had this breaking news live at noon, and Mark joined us talking about the note that the jury had sent, asking for the judge to once again reread the definition of the two charges here: manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide.
Criminally negligent homicide. Yeah, he said the jury of 8 women and 4 men sent a note to the judge asking that they could have the definitions of those 2 charges that they are considering. They wanted to do it after lunch, and at about 12:45 this afternoon, the judge brought them in and reread the definitions that he provided to them during their instructions. So that tells you that they're considering. They're being very thoughtful about the process.
I spoke with we've been speaking with Lee Kinlan regularly, and we spoke with him once again in the courtroom just to get a feel for what's going through his mind. The DA, Susan Mallory, walking by, spoke with her briefly. His comment was, obviously, the jury is looking at everything very closely. Susan Mallory saying juries are always unpredictable. You can never tell exactly what these notes mean.
So what's the difference, you might ask? If Naaman Hussein is found guilty of manslaughter, he faces a maximum sentence of 5 to 15 years in state prison. If he's found guilty of criminally negligent homicide, he faces a maximum sentence of 1 1/3 to 4 years in state prison. If he's acquitted, he walks free.
Right. And the jury has been obviously told if they find him guilty of the more serious charge, the manslaughter charge, that's where they stop. They don't carry on to the criminally negligent homicide charge. Not guilty of manslaughter, then they move on to that charge.
Right. It's a criminally negligent homicide. It's what's called a lesser included charge. So if they find him guilty of manslaughter, no need to move on.
A little feel for what's going on inside the courtroom, Tessa. The families have been gathered there since this morning, sitting with each other, passing time, really.
Sharing stories with one another. They've become a fraternity and sorority that they never wanted to join, but they certainly have a lot in common, and that the events of October 6, 2018 being chief among them.
Right. So as soon as we have any word of a possible verdict, we will come to you live from right here in front of the Schoharie County Courthouse and bring you the update.
On air and online.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll have that update on air, online. I know our team is just outside this door talking about the battle plan that we're going to bring for all of our coverage today. And Sabrina, you mentioned that the families, they're all here all day, just anticipating, waiting for what's going to happen. A lot of emotions these past couple of days. And you have been talking to them. I'm sure you have as well, Mark. I know they don't really want to go on camera, but what are they saying to you? What's kind of the feeling in that courtroom?
A lot of nerves. I think a long time coming, 4.5 years of waiting for this moment, and then obviously the anticipation of what may be the results of all of this. They've been quite emotional throughout this whole trial, and I think they're just exhausted.
And this may not be the end.
Right.
They may be in a courtroom in a civil case going forward.
Yes. Civil cases are moving forward, and Dan broke that news this morning of the Saratoga County DA, Karen Hagan, now asking state police for any paperwork they may have on the investigation into Mavis's involvement in this crash. So there are still a lot of different angles for these families to still go through. So I know, Mark, you need to get back inside the courtroom. Mark is going to go back in, Tessa, as we're still on verdict watch right now. Dan Levy inside there as well, Stella Porter in there as well. We have a whole team here just standing by, waiting to bring the very latest.
Well, you guys have been doing some great work for us out in the field. So thank you so much again for joining us here on YouTube. And I know you're probably having to get back in the courtroom very soon too. So we'll let you go, and we'll hopefully see you for an update in the next couple of hours.
Yeah, great. No problem. Thank you, Tessa.
All right. Bye, Sabrina. So again, that was Mark Mahalan and Sabrina Dami giving us just an update from what we know today. This decision from the jury for the Schoharie Limo trial is coming very, very soon. In the next couple of hours is what we anticipate. So again, before we bring in our meteorologist for your forecast, I want to just go over really quickly. Naman Hussein is being charged with 20 counts of manslaughter and 20 counts of criminally negligent homicide. Today around 12:45, the jury asked for a definition of each of those charges, what they are, and now they're back again deliberating between all of them, deciding what the outcome is going to be. We'll have all the updates for you on News Channel 13 starting live at 4, and maybe even before that if we do have a decision. Again, Sabrina Dami, Mark Mahalan out there today, as well as Dan Levy, who's been there every single day in Schoharie covering this trial, and Stella Porter is there today too, as long with our extensive coverage of the photographers out there. We have a producer out there, so we've got you covered. I want to switch gears now to Paul Cayano. He joins me now for the weather. It was a cool down today, but you know what? The sun was still out, so we kind of won in the end, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, that May sun gets high in the sky, Tessa, and it does some work for us, but it's taking every bit of that sun to really get us to the mid-50s so far today. So that just goes to show how chilly the air mass is for this time of year. Temperatures falling about 15 degrees shy of our average high, at least to this point. And with the low starting point in the 50s to around 60, temperatures are going to drop quickly tonight. In fact, we have a freeze warning out for the entire capital region. And you can see that here as you put up the graphic. You can see that blue color. Adirondack's not included because freeze is typical this time of year still, but most of the greater capital district, the growing season has started. You may have installed the tomato plants or some other stuff over the last couple of weeks. You want to cover that stuff up. Got some potted plants for Mom for Mother's Day that outside. Bring those in, at least for tonight. Temperatures are going to be cold enough that we see a killing frost in a lot of places. Tesha mentioned the sunshine. Look at that. Gorgeous outside Saratoga Springs. It's only 54 on the CDPHP first warning cam, 56 in Albany. A lot of lower and mid 50s showing up. So a beautiful early April day, just a little chilly for the middle of May, which is where we are. First warning live Doppler radar is quiet. The front passed through to the south. It's now well off the eastern seaboard. Some instability, rain, and snow showers going on in northern New England right now. And temperatures as we speak, some 20 to 25 degrees colder than just this time yesterday. So that leaves us in the middle and high 50s for the rest of the day, despite all that sunshine. And when the sun goes down and the wind dies out, we really drop off dramatically tonight. So the hour-by-hour forecast will show the clear skies tonight, more brilliant sunshine tomorrow, which will take us right on up into the 60s again. So after that frosty morning, we'll look for lots of sunshine and milder air in the afternoon. 72 Friday. Right now, it looks like the best rain chance will be on Saturday, not Sunday, as temperatures climb across the weekend into the 60s and 70s, Tessa. So chill to start, and then more nice weather here for the rest of the week.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at this forecast. I see
we have a
70s in
lot
there.
Of variability this time of year. So if we can have the sun, we'll take the chill, right?
Yeah, exactly. I always see these accounts that make like jokes about spring where it's like, bring out your winter coat in the morning and then make sure to have like by like noon, just like a sweater on you and then a tank top in the afternoon and then your winter coat again at nighttime. So,
yeah, we get all 4 seasons sometimes in just a day in May around here.
yeah, exactly. And today is one of those days, but
yes,
the sun is out. It's doing a lot of work for us today. But yes, you will have your forecast, your full forecast for us on starting live at 4 o'clock. So Paul, thank you so much and we'll see you then.
Absolutely.
All right. And that does it for us on 13 Now today, May 17th. Just before 2:15 here. Again, we'll have extensive coverage on the Schoharie Limo trial. We have been for the past couple, since it really started here, this trial, we've had extensive coverage. So we'll have all of that and we'll have much more on News Channel 13. And we hope to see you there. Have a great day, everyone.